say yesterday was a very, very, very sad day for Oromo people. More than just losing one life, we lost a voice. We lost hope. We lost optimism. A death of somebody who speaks up for people who are marginalized not only ignites a bigger fire, but it creates chaos. The Oromo people, we are tired of dying. We are tired of playing nice. We are tired of marching down and up the streets of Ottawa, Minnesota, Atlanta, you name it, we're tired. It's done. If it means that we have to go to war for what we believe in, then that is what it is. I hate to say it. But right now, it's not a time to be quiet. It's a time to speak up. It's a time to let your friends who are not Oromo know, listen, I am Oromo, I'm not Ethiopian. Don't forget that I am Oromo. When they tell you you're a Habesha, you say, I'm not Habesha. You got it twisted. I am Oromo. Before anything else, I am Oromo. If that means your religion comes first, I'm Muslim, then I'm Oromo. I'm Christian, then I am Oromo. I'm Orthodox, then I am Oromo. But your identity cannot be lost. Me, myself, I'm first generation, I'm born here, but my Oromo is fluent. Ani afan, kichellotin bekan rampatin. Ani Oromo mahiya. Nijr. I'm born here, but I'm Oromo. When I go home, I know what I am. I'm not lost. But we cannot fight this fight if nobody knows who we are. All these people who are standing around who are not Oromo, the non-Oromos, they don't understand. They don't know what this flag is. Why? Because a lot of us have Ethiopia flag in our bio Instagrams, right? Because there's no Oromo flag. Why? Because we're not going hard enough. The whole country of the United States has stopped over the death of one man. There are many deaths before that, but it was George Floyd. It took one man to ignite fire in the hearts of everybody black who has been dealing with oppression, with struggle. And I truly believe Haj Alu has been that person for us. There have been many martyrs. We have grandparents, uncles, fathers, you name it, that have died. This isn't something long ago. We are still dying. They are killing Oromo students for being what? Students? Is that a crime? Is that a crime? I don't hear anybody. Is that a crime? No. I didn't think so. So for us to stay silent, especially us Kero, because we do not directly feel it, it does not mean that it is not a problem. We don't feel it. But when our parents, when their souls are burning, because you know what? Their cousin is dying back home. Their brother has been shot and killed. They feel that. We don't feel it because we sit here on our social media and we post about it and we talk about it and we think we know how it feels, but we don't know how it feels. I couldn't imagine my brother, my 24-year-old brother, being killed on his way to university. I couldn't imagine. And that's what our families are feeling. I think we forget that, Kero. This is bigger than just our parents. The generation before us, they have been fighting this fight for a long time. It is our time. If we don't speak up, if we don't fight this fight now, when they are gone, we will not know how to fight. We need to learn how to fight right now. We don't know what to do when people pass away, when people go to weddings, we let our parents take care of it. When they're fighting, we sit down at home and we say, Mom, you got it, go ahead. It doesn't work like that. You learn from being in the environment. You have to learn from stepping out, from getting outside of your comfort zone. That's what it takes. Our parents cannot die in vain. Our grandparents. How many of us know people who could not go back home? They're home. Where they are from, they're Dachinisanit. Dachinisanit. Khawara Amaramiti, Khawara Tigremiti, Biyahenya. So Khuni Wangudat. Aidon Dalaga Henyat. They have paved the way. Alhamdulillah, thank God. They paved the way. But we have to march in their footsteps. Enough is enough. I myself, I have to do more. There's more to be done. And if it means that Ethiopia has to be burnt to the ground to prove our point, that's what it means. The fight doesn't stop here. Yes. I just hope that this fire that we have right now, it doesn't stop. Because if it stops, that means everything goes back to normal. They arrested Jawad today for what? Because he has a voice. They knew if Jawad has something to say, it would have been even bigger than what it is now. Haj Alu died for freedom, for justice, for freedom from oppression, from freedom from struggle. If you are fighting for what you believe in, you don't deserve to die. That doesn't mean you should die. It means you should keep going. In times of calamity, we keep going. We don't stop. We got to push harder and harder and harder. And you know what? They knew that our art, our music, was a way to give voices to people who are not being heard. But we're gonna be heard. I promise, we're going to be heard. Because all of you, everybody here right now, you guys came on last minute notice. That means you felt it. That means everybody here knew that they came here for a reason. It was bigger than Haj Alu. It was bigger than one person. So the next time our parents tell us we're gonna protest, we are shoes on, laces tied, we gotta go. Enough is enough. So I believe in everybody here that we can do much more than what we have been doing. Haj Alu has been a point of turn for Oromos. And we have to let people know that we are Oromo. Because if it's not without the help of other people, we are going to stay stagnant. We can try to fight, but we need help. Oromos were overthrown because of the European help for Ethiopians. They couldn't do it by themselves. Europe had to help Ethiopia take us over. That's how strong we are. And to this day, they are scared of what we can become. Oromo people, you are stronger than what you know. But you cannot do it if you are in your homes, if you are only posting. You need to do more. And for the Cairo that does not know, our resources are bigger than ever. Our parents did not have these resources. We get to search on the internet. We get to go to the library. We get to do all of these things. But there are people back home who don't get to do that. There are people all over the place who don't get to do that. We have to take advantage of what we have been given, of what they have fought for, what they have brought us here for. Nobody came here for no reason. They came here to bring us a better life. And if us as the diaspora does not continue this, then nobody's going to fight the fight for us. So, Bilisuman Oromon, it's coming. Just believe in yourselves.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. We're going to open the floor.